Welcome back. I'm Crystal. This is Crystal Cluster Gaming, and we are returning to our Battle for Azeroth leveling series, where I level from 1 to 60, and I talk about what I remember, and we see how long the leveling actually takes in this current expansion, so that when Classic launches in a month's time, we can see how much I have potentially gotten wrong. If this is your first video that you're actually stumbling across, links down in the description below. There is a playlist that at this point of recording is 12 episodes long. We're now at 12 episodes. No heirlooms, no dungeons, holiday quests only if the holidays are around during Classic. Yeah. What else am I missing? No add-ons! There were add-ons in one episode accidentally because I didn't notice till halfway through recording that I had them still on because I use add-ons on my main server and I thought they turned off altogether, but it turns out if you turn them on one server, it turns on another. Wait, you get the idea. I screwed up. Anyway, we are level 29 currently. We are 2 bars from 30 at the /played 13-hour mark. It has taken us 13 hours to get this far. In our last episode, we cured a child that was really sweet. It was a nice story. We helped a satyr. We helped attempt to take back. Started helping take back Starwind Refuge. So we are going to continue with that. We have to go get. We got to finish helping the Furbolg take out Bloodtooth. My apologies. And then we also have to go to the north and to the south. Sorry. Into the north, east, or west, or whatever. So we're gonna go do that now. Let's get started. It's raining. We do have a quest south of the Spire that we are not going to do because that takes us to Stone Talon Mountains, and we're not ready for that just yet. I've yet to decide where we're going to next. I mentioned dungeons. If you guys do want to see me do dungeons, comment down below. I am leaving them out because of the higher experience pool that I would get, so I would level a lot faster. And in Classic, dungeons take a lot longer and are more difficult to set up in some occasions, especially since I'm playing a DPS class. So I figured it would just be much simpler to just leave dungeons out entirely, which can be a little disappointing, but if you want me to change that concept, let me know down in the description or in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Turn on that bell to make sure you catch all my videos. All that standard fare that YouTube wants you to do is the same thing as I want you to do. So do that. We are traveling on our way to where we need to go next. So now that I've got all that general housekeeping out of the way, I'll actually meet you guys there. Alright, we have arrived at the Bloodtooth camp, where I piss off some Furbolgs. Kitty! We're just fighting our way through the mass of Furbolg. Now, to get to their little leader, can't quite walk past him, unfortunately. Kitty! Kitty, come here. Let's get a dire beast in here, too, to help out a little bit.
I need a target.
Okay, that big guy, the big guy with the black fur, that is our target. I miss Hunter's Mark. So that could be all that's our target. But I could also throw a skull up, I suppose. Alright. Gonna get Meowser in there. And we're gonna make his day not so happy. It's unfortunate, but you know. An elf's gotta do what an elf's gotta do. Alright, we got his skull. Not know about you guys, but I think we should get the heck out of Dodge. So, we're gonna head back to Ren. Or, no, we just killed Ren. We're gonna head back to Kroll, or whatever his name was. Up here? It's not that far, so we're not gonna... Krog's hut, yep. So he's just up here. We're not gonna really cut too much away, because he's literally just right here. And in our last episode, we had to turn ourselves into a Furbolg in order to talk to him. It turns out the Furbolg are not that stupid, and he knew that we were an elf all along. Alright, you have slain Ren yet, my friend? We must have his skull if you are to deliver... Yeah. You have done well. Now quickly, hand his skull to me, while his essence yet taints it. I shall fashion it upon Dartol's rod, giving it the power to influence my brethren and deliver them from evil. We are now level 30. We have reached the halfway point in our journey. We didn't the only thing we got for leveling to 30 is new talents by the looks of things. Plus a couple different questing areas we can start on. So I'll get to that here in a second. Now take the rod and use it, and while using its power, speak with my brother, Ota. Ota is amongst the other Furbolg that the orcs have captured and penned in that giant cage to the north side of Silverwind Refuge. The rod will allow you to convince Ota and the other Furbolg to rise up against the Horde. Then you may go whatever path leads you. Just know that you have found a new friend for which you have done. For that which you have done. And we will get a pair of bracers that we have no intention probably using unless it upgrades. Which it very well might, because that's the state of the game. Alright, so for our next trick, we can get some more focus. Well, yeah, let's do Scent of Blood. We'll get the I like passives sometimes. Alright. So now we get to go. Wait, I picked it up, right? Yeah, okay. True power of the rod. Okay, so we are going to go down. We're going to get as close to Starwing Refuge as we can, and then we're going to start a rebellion. It's going to be great! Alright, so the cage is just up in front of us right now. That's where we're heading. Just clearing out a couple of orcs so we can transform. Because I don't think the orcs might change their hostility level if we transform, but I doubt it. And I may have been wrong. Nope, not wrong. Totally right. Alright, so now we are a Furbolg. We're gonna go chat with Ota. Alright. You call yourself Crystal Hunter, huh? That is a strange name for Furbolg. You are not from here. It's not important right now, Ota Wen. Listen to me. You must rise up against the Horde. Ota's eyes, already dull from his enslavement, glaze over even more at your suggestion. You feel the power of Dalton's rod begin to course through you, and you reach out to touch the Furbolg. Rise up? Yes, rise up. Tell your fellow Furbolg to break out of this cage and slay the Horde. The power of the rod compels you. The power of the rod compels you! A strange light ignites in Ota Wen's eyes, and he stands up straight, roaring to the heavens. Yes, we will rise up and destroy our jailers. Wow. Goodbye. Ota's not leaving, though. So, that's done. We have now made things very interesting. So, let's head back to Satyrnaar, and let them know how we did. The Horde no longer give two shits about us. Well, I guess that is because we're transformed. I guess I was wrong. And then I'm not wrong. Or I am wrong. There is wrongness somewhere, I think. It's cool. Doesn't really matter too much. As you can see, as we're leveling, like, we spent a lot of time out here since our early 20s. That the area has scaled with us, which is the facts. With the current climate of leveling, each zone scales with you, so you don't really get a too high zone, too low zone. I'm not 100% sure if I go back to Teldrassil if stuff will be gray. I think it will, but as you're leveling, as long as you're in the leveling zone. So right now, this is pure prime leveling content, so it's keeping up with us. We won't get green quests. Where in Classic, it was level 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10. You get the idea. I progressed, and if you out-leveled those zones without completing the quests, then that was it. I mean, like, you could go back if you really wanted to know the story, but you wouldn't get the same amount of experience as you would if you were in level optimal zones. You could even go into, let's say, primarily orange zones. If you had a few yellow quests, you met the bare minimum, you could actually get a lot of experience. Then you went to the area where it was purely yellow and starting to get green. It was kind of an interesting thing they did back then, and now it's just, you can do whatever you want, really. As long as you hang out. As long as you're not super duper high, because does get to a point. A level 120, I think, does one-shot stuff still. But you get the idea. The power of the rod. You return! What is affixed on top of that rod? A skull? So, you use the skull of the Furbolg King to modify the power of Dalton's Rod. You then use that power to convince the captured Furbolg to rise up and attack the Horde. I am more than pleased and impressed with your abilities. The Sentinels cannot thank you enough. It should be a simple matter for us to sweep away the orcs and retake our refuge now. Tyrannus would be proud, and you have my deepest respect. Cool beans, no upgraded level. I guess Blizzard heard me whine too much. So, we are now going to head to the northern front area. So, we're going to go this way. I finish Ashenvale first, personally, because I like finishing a storyline in a zone, which is why I actually do like the scaling thing that they've done. So I will meet you in our next little hubby hub. Alright, so we're not actually where we need to be yet. But, you know how I mentioned that if I wasn't careful, I would walk into a PvP area? Well, guess what I almost did? We're just gonna go this way. Alright, we have arrived at our questing hub. This is actually, the Warsong Gulch area, where in Classic, you actually had to run all the way out here and talking to probably this person.
What brings you
to queue for PvP. If this was the one you wanted, you had to come all the way out here to queue for it. So we are now neutral with the Warsong Gulch faction, the Silverwing Sentinels. Alright, report to the Northern Front. Thank you for delivering this report. From what Sentinel Malarea writes, it seems our worst fears have come to pass. And with each advance we make, the Horde appears to be more determined to do as much damage as possible. We can't afford to back down. The fate of our ancestral lands hangs in the balance. With more people like you on the front lines, I'm sure that we can triumph. Join our fight? That was the introductory quest to Warsong Gulch, I guess. I didn't even realize this is where we were going when we got here. So that's just an introductory PvP quest. So we're actually going to continue this excessively long walk to the northeast corner of the map, where our next questing hub is going to be. So, we'll be back. Right. So we're not there yet, but as I said in previous videos, even in Classic, the Alliance and Horde start running into each other after Darkshore. This is actually the Horde encampment Splinter Tree Post, where even in Classic, the Horde are around. Alright, we have now arrived at Forest Song. This is our next little questing hub for however long it takes us to quest in the hub. And it's just a cute little place. It didn't used to be so obviously Alliance as it is now. This was a Cataclysm improvement.
Each day is a blessing.
Alright, a helping hand. It's good to see another new arrival at Forest Song. Vindicator Palinars is sending us as much help as she can muster to set, each set of hands are appreciated. Take a look around, Hunter. It may not be much now, but in time and the help of our Night Elf allies, we will be building a settlement worthy of calling home. There is much to be done, and all help is welcome. We are now honored with Exodar, which is the race of the gentleman that is standing before us. Nemos is a Draenei. A shameful waste. Welcome to Forest Song, Hunter. You see the tents. There will one day be buildings, but such ambitions require a steady stream of materials, and I cannot bring myself to order our workers to fell any of the ancient trees in this grove. But our neighbors to the west have no such reverence for the forest. We shall reclaim the tainted wood from Satyrnaar to the west. Take the wood to Gnarl at the Warsong Lumber Camp. He is an ancient who will purify it for our use.
Safe journey.
Not a problem. Pick up this quest over here from a lovely little dryad.
The great
Listen,
outdoors.
I don't know who you are, but I need your help. My sisters went to take back the branch of Cenarius from the Satyr. They said that they'd be back soon, but it's been 2 whole days. You have to find them. They were looking for the ruins of a night elf temple in Xavion to the northwest. I don't know what to think. Look for Anila. She was leading the search. Not a problem. We can go talk to this person. We can also grab another quest up here, which we definitely will. Hey, Stillwind.
What brings you?
Cainith, the Lost Chalice. The area to the west, now called Satyrnaar, was once a prominent shrine built by my people. It housed the priceless relic, the Chalice of Elune, entrusted to the shrine's keepers by the priestesses of Elune. Pilgrims once traveled to the shrine have experienced healing powers the chalice once rumored to hold. These stories might be nothing but old wives' tales, but if there's any truth to them, the relic may hold the key to rejuvenating the wounded forest. I must know.
Farewell.
Not a problem. I will also grab the flight path as well, because flight paths are always very handy. At least mostly always. Especially how far removed this area is from, like, the center of it. Okay, we got that, we got more quests. So, we're gonna go to, let's go get the Dryads first, because that might be another quest that might happen in Satyrnaar. I hope I'm saying it right. I have no idea. I used to call it something completely different when Classic. Dyslexia is fun. So we're just gonna run up here real quick and go rescue some druids. Dryads. Keep saying druids, because, dryads are friends of the druids, and then I get confused.
I don't have a target.
Okay. Take the fight to some Xavians. More satyrs of a different color. Once awesome elf people, now horrible demon monsters. much like the and the Draenei and the Eridar, if I'm saying that right. Or they were once Draenei. There was a quest to help out the Velen, but that you find out some things. But that's a little too new for our little adventure here.
I don't have a target.
But the lore's great. So we're just trying to find our way to get to the Dryads. And we will take care of all the Satyr that stand in our way. Can you imagine though, like all these colors of Satyr, which after our previous episode when we met the redeemed elf, I've already forgotten his name. His hair color, the Satyr's fur color, is actually the Night Elf's hair color before they were corrupted, which I kind of thought's kind of neat. A little bit, because in Classic there are a lot of red Satyrs, and we just killed a couple yellowy orange ones, and there are no yellow or orange haired Night Elves, which is kind of interesting. Kind of want to know what those elves looked like before the bad stuff happened. Alright, judging by the gaping wound on her side, Anyla is on the verge of death, which is unfortunate. Anyla puts her hands on your shoulders and draws you close. Gasping, she points toward the arch to the north before her eyes close and her last wheezing breath leaves her body. He has taken Galtheris. You know in your heart that Nyla's dying wish is for you to go get the thing and the people, which I have no problem doing. So let us continue north. Taken by this guy. Alright, well, let's make short work of him, shall we? We've got stuff to do. Alright, we've got the branch of Cenarius. So we are going to jump down and go get the Lost Chalice and get the wood. Alright, so these two areas are connected, so this is not hard. So we're gonna take out some Bleak Heart Satyrs. And as you can see, my hair color theory doesn't hold too much weight, because just like I said before, we've got pinks, we've got purples, we've got brown. Well, elves have purple hair. We got pinks, we got oranges, we got yellows, we got some brown. None of those are which are elf colors, because elves are very blue, green, purple. Even though I think it would be really cool for an elf to have pink hair. Not gonna lie, I would have done it. We picked the green hair look because that was kind of close to coolish as I could find that I liked. Because I always pick like the dark purples, the dark blues, so I want to do something a little different for this series. But what I would really want, like when I picked the gnome, I loved the pink hair. The pink hair was absolutely super cute. What actually I would really think would be cool is if we were able to pick like multiple hair color. Like, you know, some people have that rainbow hair color when you like touch it and it like changes color. I would want that. Not gonna lie. I mean, I like in the world of me out here outside of video game land, I enjoy dyeing my hair like dark red, because rainbow hair and like a lot of the colors that you see and on other folk honestly is awesome, and I would love to, but that looks exhausting and stuff, so I wouldn't be able to do that for myself. So I would want to do that on my WoW character. I totally would. Alright, let's head back to turn in the quest. Even just like just like, you know, even if not even rainbow hair color, like maybe one or two colors. You know? Other games have done it kind of well, where you get to kind of mess with like one color A, and there's a slider and stuff like that. I think that'd be super cool. I know it would be super pain in the ass on the devs, so I would not expect to see that coming whatsoever.
I am honored.
All right, can you feel it? The touch of corruption upon the wind. If we do nothing, it will continue to advance. Do you have the chalice? Excellent work. There is certainly a latent power here. One that not even constant exposure of corruption of the Satyr can dim.
May the stars.
This thing is so awesome that it's just awesome. Basically. Okay, so we turned that quest in, and now we got this one over here. Sup, lady elf? So you found it. Did you find them? She died? No! That can't be! It was just yesterday they were running around playing together in the woods. Well, I guess those days are over. Satyr slang. I can't believe she's gone. We used to play together in the forest all the time. I feel almost sad. I know something that might make me feel better. Please, slay the satyrs that took Anyla from me. Bring me their horns as proof of your actions, and you will forever have my gratitude. Honey, that is not justice. That is vengeance. But I'll do it. I'm okay with that. Oh, we also have to return the Shameful Waste quest, which is somewhere else.
Good
But we'll do that later. Stopping the rituals. I could not help but overhear Ileana's loss. I understand her need for revenge, and I am wondering if you are willing, while you are exacting it, could you do us a service? No doubt you have already seen the Satyrs of Satyrnaar and Xavian conducting vile rituals. I believe that they are preparing their ritual to corrupt any of the night elves they capture, turning them into satyrs as well. We Draenei also have problems with fell magic exposure. Would you disrupt their ritual gems while you're out there? Yup. Let's go stick it to the satyrs, guys. Dun 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 dun! Kitty. Kitty, mama needs help. Come here. Okay, there's an imp over there as well. Uh-oh. Men pet. My baby's gonna die. So I said about men pet now sucking awful.
I don't have a target.
Is that now, I might not be able to keep Meowth alive while we try to get through this overzealous situation that I put myself in. I just broke the trap. It's fine. It's fine. We're in a good spot now. I don't think. Yeah. See, nothing to fret about. Another good place for Felcloth back in Classic. Because Demon fell. You get the idea. So I come here a lot too, just to kind of just murder foul satyrs and get their cloth. Because the fell gear was really good. You kind of needed them. You needed it for a few things. And it was also worth a buttload of money. Oh shit. I keep doing that. I keep making the same mistake twice. Set it there. Set it there. So we need one more gem. Which is fine. How many horns do we need now? 2 more horns. I love how quests get completed so nicely. Because there's another horn, so we need 1 more horn and 1 more gem. So come over here, pick on this guy who's being all stealthy stealth. And no stealthy stealth. Right. These quests are done. Let's head back. Turn them in. Meet you back at the camp. That one.
What is nature's call?
Thank you, kind night elf. My sister's spirit is gladdened by your efforts. Yep. Alright, so now we get to go turn in a Shameful Waste. We are coming to the end of the Ashenvale area. I can feel it in my bones. Alright, we have arrived. Ancient Creeks as it runs toward you. The ancient architect Nemos said that you might be bringing some wood salvaged from the felled satyr. Wood warped by foul demonic magic. Oops. By foul demonic magic is no use to the Draenei at Warsong. Nothing sound can be built with it, but we can purify it and return it in good time for his people to make use. Okay. Reclaiming the remains. While the satyr have done to the trees is horrible, nothing compares to the mass slaughter the orcs have engaged in. The ancient shakes with visible rage, and he leaves falling all around you. The night elf, I would have you head across the road to the lumber camp and recover the remains of this treants, and ancients the Horde have hewn down in their prime. Not a problem. Reclaiming Fellfire Hill. Little one. To the southwest is an area of Nightsong Woods that has, in recent times, come to be called Fellfire Hill. It is very sad to see the demons crawling all over it, spreading their corruption. Would you mind taking back the land for me? I have a number of seeds that I use, been saving for such a purpose. Plant these trees. No problem. We have a lot of quests here, which is good. I like quests. Ancients of Destruction. The Warsong Lumber Camp is a blight that embattled the landscape. Every time we make progress in halting their operations, Overseer Gorthok and his loggers to redouble their efforts. Now, the orcs are cutting more wood than they can possibly use, leaving it to rot while their blades bite into fresh trees. This is an affront to all we stand for, and we will show them that we will not suffer further destruction of our lands. Go. Not a problem. Elves are angry. Destroy the Legion. I will not tolerate their existence on this world. The Burning Legion all but destroyed our race, and we fell back to settle a new home on a new world. Then they came again, and we retreated over and over. No more. There is a remnant of the Legion to the south and west in the regions known as Fellfire Hill, Demonfall Canyon, and Demonfall Ridge. They are what is left over from the force once long ago invaded this world. Destroy them.
Remember the lessons of the past.
We can do that. Not a problem. So we'll go up and then we'll go down. Think that sounds good? Don't. For the Alliance.
It is too far away.
See, if I remember correctly, the lumber camp was only on one side of the road. I could be wrong. So it definitely would have expanded by now. So ever since the goblins joined the Horde got worse. Which, I mean, that's the little point. It's part of the Cataclysm. But screw the goblins. Best I can say. I'm sorry. I can't. Goblins are annoying. They made Orgrimmar gross. Everything they touch just explodes for the most part. I mean, come on. They have a whole entire section of engineering in Classic for them. Goblin engineering. And what is it? Bombs! Lots and lots of bombs. All goblins do is pollute and explode. And it makes me sad. Because I like Gnomish engineering better because there's just so many little, like, little fiddly things. Like, the wormhole generator and chickens and robots. I like it better. Alright, let's go get Overseer Gorthak. Because screw that guy, he needs to get squished. So we goes gish him. Unless we run the wrong way and almost fall down a cavern. Let's go this way. Alright, so we're going to do a famous hunter trick. Hopefully. In theory. Where hunters are quite known for being cheap little bastards once they get feigned death. You probably have already figured out what I'm planning. Dismiss the cat. And drop the aggro. Okay. Now, what I should have done is shadow melted out of that, but half a plan is still a plan, right? Okay. And there's Gorthak. Hey! Hold that thought. Sometimes hunters get themselves in a lot of trouble because they pull that, pull the entire world, then feign death and buy. But we're not in trouble. Just looks like it. Cause we got bread. So we're gonna eat some bread to get our health back up just a bit. We may have gotten ourselves into a little bit of trouble again. But I think we'll be fine. So they just bloodlust? They just totally bloodlusted. That's funny. And they still won't be able to take me out. Alright. And they're done. Just in time for Gorthak to respawn. Alright. So we got that quest done. Go return them. Now we kind of have to fight our way out, unfortunately. Just a little bit.
I am honored.
Good pair of shoulders that we can put on. Different color of the same coat. We're level 31. Level 31 at the 14-hour mark. Explosive shredding. I hate to send you back in there, but based on your description of what is going on, we can't let them use one of those explosives that they have stored up. It's too dangerous for you to try to destroy them yourself, but if you're to steal one of their shredders, I'm sure they'd be tough enough to withstand the explosions. I can do that. Dismiss. Recovering the remains. I have lived here very long time in peace with the forest, but what those orc things are doing makes me want to feed them back to the ground. Angry Ancient is angry. I'll put this wood to rest now. Thank you very much. Alright, so that's that quest. We have quite a few more. But I think for now, we are going to say goodbye. So we will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, like, throw some comments down below, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!